Day makes life very boring. Whether it is a home, playground, club, or workplace. When you add a dash of humor, as always, it brings charm into the life, and those moments of joy, always you like to cherish. And especially when I'm talking about in sync with the theme, humor has its own characteristics. It helps you to build or connect or build trust and confidence and break barriers. It allows work to become fun. And work becomes fun, definitely the productivity definitely increases. What happens is humor injected just for the sake of humor does not last long. But when it happens, something very without unknowingly, it always remains fresh in our mind, and that incident, that episode, whatever you see on a TV or anything, it always remains in our mind and keeps lingering. It always remains fresh in our mind. Like last time when somebody was talking, for sexual harassment you can call Robinson D'Souza. For sexual harassment you can call Robinson D'Souza. But actually what he meant was, I was surprised, why should you call Robinson D'Souza sexual harassment? Then I came to know that he does seminars specialized on sexual harassment at workplaces. So it's like that. So I remember even like one incident in my earlier workplace in Mumbai. In the polymerization plant there was a breakdown, and all the engineers were round the clock working, and then at last by around 6 o'clock the thing was set right. And some of the engineers left, and the chief engineer, before leaving, he couldn't find anybody. He called the mechanic there and he said, here Mr. You just come here and see, I'm just leaving. Just keep a watch for 2 hours and then just let me know the readings. He said, yes sir. And after around 7:30 or 8:30, he just calls him and says, Mr. Patwala, all the readings are fine and everything is working okay. Shall I leave? He said, yes, you can leave, but I want to ask you one thing. He said, yeah, go ahead, what happened? Can I take my watch? He said, which watch? He said, you keep a watch. He said, you keep a watch on that? See, that's how humor gets, suddenly happens, and then you always remember those incidents lifelong. So that is the essence of humor. Now, as per the American Medical Association reports, every time that you laugh, they say you intake more than 6 times of oxygen. That is, your lungs and brain intakes more than 6 times of oxygen than the normal course. And it also helps reduces blood pressure. And secondly is, it also helps release your tension in your muscles, in the facial muscles, shoulder muscles, stomach muscles. And last but not the least, they say it is sugar-free, cholesterol-free, nicotine-free, moreover it is tax-free. See, that's the wonder of, again, humor. Now, what happens is, if you are an account student, you might have learned there are different types of error. The couple of them I can remember is errors of omission and errors of commission. But I came across something, it's called the error of transmission. Now, if your message is not very clear, what happens is the receiver gets it otherwise and the whole meaning changes. I still remember it was year-end work and we were pressured with work, and we were supposed to come early and start the work rather than before the normal working hours. And one of my colleagues from a particular region of India, with very thick accent, he walks in around 2 hours late, and you can definitely imagine the plight of the boss. He couldn't contain himself and immediately he said, what is this? You are late today also. He said, sir, I went to book a hall for my marriage. Now, it was a very innocent thing, but then all that he wanted to say is, I went to book a reception hall for my marriage. So that is how it happens, because the transmission, because of your enunciation and pronunciation also sometimes evokes humor. So that is the wonder of humor. So please keep laughing and smiling, and that will really enthuse your working life, your family life, and wherever you go you can make a lot of friends and you will be remembered by those connections. So with that, I come to the presidential address, the end of the presidential address. But before I leave the stage, I would like to call upon a person who will be leading this meeting throughout, threading this meeting through all the different sessions. Now this person is always, whenever she's there, you need not have humor, but she's always, whenever she's there, always smiles all around. And smiles can go miles. She's a wonderful speaker. She's been what you call a big transformation from the time she joined this club, and she has done wonderfully well in all her projects, and she's also aspiring to become a motivational speaker. So ladies and gentlemen, without further much ado, I would like to call upon, please help me welcome the Toastmaster of the day, Payal Gulani.